at a little bit of cooking. That is going to be relatively little compared, but we will still do some stuff. So I have on the freighter some food stuff, and I have in the nutrient one. So I'm going to take some star bulbs and put in my exosuit. Yeah, I think that was at least some of what I needed. Don't know exactly what I'm going to need, but I'm going to take some of these a little bit more different things. I don't know if I need milk or cream, but I'll take the cream over. If I need anything else, I might need some of these actually, so I just take them over. If I don't use them, then that's actually fine. So the food processor, it's not called that, but that's what I have kind of I actually don't know what to do with. So I'm just taking things over and so I might or might not need it, but that's what we get to. But star bulb actually turns into pilgrim berries. I'm not quite sure what we can use them for. I found out not long ago that they can be made into them. So this is a little bit of an experiment. What can we make out of them? It turns from 32 units to 300, so it's one way of almost 10 doubling your assets. I know I talk a lot about money when we do food, but for me that is kind of the essence. If you really want to make money, sit there and spend an hour's time doing food stuff and sell. You will not regret it. But you need to collect some of the stuff you can actually cook with. And in some of my videos you can actually see what you need to add up. There is the cooking with Valderan on my YouTube, and you can go and watch them if you haven't done already. They are quite helpful, at least for getting into the cooking. It's not going to give you the easy route to make a billion. It's not, but it's helping you finding your own way. And it's not like that I don't want to give you a recipe to make a billion. The problem is I can't, because what you encounter in your game will be very different from what I encounter, and therefore you might not get exactly the same things I do. Some of them you can find, and others you find by chance. But to get cooking materials, You have to kill animals and you have to farm animals. That's the two ways. The meat you get by killing them. Eggs, milk, certain type of berries, honey, stuff like that you get from kind of milking them. So that is how it's done. So I'm making a lot of pilgrim berry because as I said, I'm not sure what to use them for yet, but I hope we will find that out in a moment. So it becomes Pilgrim's tonic. Is that something I can use for anything? I have no clue. However, 800, so it goes 500 up by making it to tonic. So I put them there for a mo. That is not becoming anything more by itself. So I put that there for now. So, dough. I actually want to make some more dough, and that is done by taking flour and did someone say yeast? So you take 1800 and 6 is 2400, and that turns to 3200. That is a 800 unit up. Not too bad in my book. So we put this back for now. Then we take the dough. And one dough becomes one bread. That ends on 5,200. So it's 2,000 up from the dough. Not bad for a little bit of work, if you ask me. You take this root and get, let's say, bread. That is actually fine. So I put that there for now. What I'm going to look at, the bread, it doesn't seem to have any anything if you consume it. The Pilgrim's tonic gives you 25% hazard protection. So if you're in a crunch situation, actually food can help you. Be aware of that. Right? So you see, sweetened butter gives you restore 40% life support power. That's actually quite a bit. So keep an eye out of that, because it does have other purposes than just cooking it. So the pilgrim berries I just made turn into 5% life support power. That's good if you're in a crunch situation. Right? That is not bad. So go back to the food processor. I had a note about one more thing. No, I didn't. That was the two notes I made. Star bulb and dough. Dough. So I'm going to put my notes up on the free screen so I actually can see what I have. Because I was sitting looking at something which I actually did have already made, and that was a little bit of a kind of reminder to me that there is more to food than we very often actually think about it. So I will say that make some of these things, have a little bit of fun with it maybe, and see what you actually get out of it. Yeah, I don't think that was a thing I actually have. Let's just check. Oh, I do have fire berries. So, fireberry and sugar turns into ever-burning jam. I'm actually going to make 2 of these because I sometimes need them, and if I don't have them, then it's not the greatest. And if we look at the values, 800, 1620, 400 turns to 3400, so you add actually 1000 units by doing this. So I'm actually going to take the sugar off and just make fire water. I might regret that I used them all, but thing is, I would have to go and collect more of these berries and stuff like that, because I need them to cook with, and I haven't been very good at doing that. So to be honest, I have been a little bit of a lazy bugger on that on that account, because I should have been a little bit more about. So fire water, you can combine that with different things, and now I wash. Stupid, because I used all my fire berries. One of them is fire berries. Of course I can do it in another way by combining 2 fire water, and that produce a scorching sauce. So 3600 becomes so you kind of double the value by doing scorching sauce. Right? That is one way of making it, but there is very often other ways. So let's see what I actually have. Would not work. I need the berries, which I don't have, of course. Yeah. So I can't use the Pilgrim tonic to anything in that connection. But you can mix fire water with different things and it becomes scorching sauce. So yeah, that was one of the things. The other one I had was let me see. Impulse beans. They become chocolate if they are taken on their own. If they are mixed with other things. For instance, jade peas, it becomes Phoebe's stew. 8 and 8, 1600. That turns into 6400. So it's actually a big jump. And again, a lot of things on their own turns into something. Jade peas and turns into steamed vegetables, which can be well combined with certain things, but I prefer to use them with other things. Poultry roots turn into root juice, but we combine them with impulse beans, well, then they also become Phoebe's stew. So again, 800 and 800 turns into, was it 6,400? So it gives you an uplift on coins for very little work. And it also can work as boosters when you are out and about, because that is also the thing you can do with these things. That is actually get boost to your health. So I wanted to make some root juice. I actually make them all. So root juice is 1800, so that's 1,000 a piece for upgrading them. Now I need to see my notes, what I had on root juice. Feeling there was something, but oh yeah, root juice and steamed vegetables turns into flavorsome sauce. So 1800 and 1836 turns into, just again doubling the value. And now I just realized I was stupid. I need my fireberry now, which I don't have at hand. Of course, I used them all. That was slightly stupid. Okay. That we have to put on hold, kind of. So, root juice processed turned actually into crunchy caramel. So it goes down in price. That's one thing you need to really keep an eye on. When am I losing money? Because you don't want to lose money. That is not a thing which I will suggest you do, because that will just turn it into a wasted time, really. So I'm going to get another plant. Oh, wait. No, it wasn't actually. Of course, we need to go here. Another plant of these, which actually can be used. Selenium. I will actually take a little bit of other ones and just demonstrate a little bit about plants. Because sometimes it's not exactly what it looks like. So when you have things, frozen tubers, they turn into steamed vegetable, but they are also one of the ingredients you can make ice cream with. So don't use them to vegetables, save them and make the ice cream ones. I already showed you that in a video. So that's one thing. Processed sugar. On its own, you can't do anything about it. But, do I have any butter? Yeah. If you mix it with butter, you get sweetened butter. That's not useful either. So, little trick here. Salt. A very cheap commodity. Processed sugar and salt. Wow, that turned into crunchy caramel. And this is 1600 and 101. That then turns into the 5400. So you can make things without losing money as well. So just bear that in mind. And these also turns into a type of berries. Not, well, they are more valuable than the raw thing. They are 70 units, and the refined one is 300. So it does go up. Nearly 4 double the value. So yeah, but the thing is, a lot of things can be combined, and these can be combined like the others into a Fibio stew at least. So you get to that same result, but with a different way. But I think that is good to bear in mind. That is actually a possibility. So these become steamed vegetables as well, which is worth more, but that's not really where we want to go. So I took other things. Let's see. Cactus flesh, I've done that before. That becomes cactus nectar. And that can be combined with different things, but also on its own. 300 from 28, so it's nearly a 10 doubling, which is again, it's brilliant way of making money. You can make other money on cactus flesh, which is more, and I have also shown that in between. So it's not only that way we have to go. So I was actually thinking, because I have silicon egg, which is quite a rare thing, but I'm going to show you a little treat that is going to be the bonus treat today. Because we take silicon egg, we add cream, and we add frozen juice. No, we don't. We add. I really would like you to guess, but we add sugar. Then we make Stella custard. But see here, 500, 5,400, 59. 65, 7,500. So there should be more than that. Oh, 28,000. That's a nice one. That's a nice one. So then you can mix that with frozen tubers, Stella ice cream. You can also use, do I have any on me? Frost crystal. Frozen tubers and frost crystal works the same way and makes things to ice cream. I can only make one. 36, so that was 12 and that was 28, I think. So we add a lot of coinage to that, and I kind of think that is enough with the cooking today. Let me know if there is some questions about cooking. Either put it in the comment on the video, because I cut the cooking out as a video and upload tomorrow on my YouTube. Put in comments, ask if there is something which you would like me to show you or explain to you, then I will take that up next Sunday. So do that, or you can say in the comments here. I will pick that up as well, and I will kind of reply to it, but I'm not going back and show more cooking. Now we have when we have cleaned this up. So this is where we kind of stop it. But before I do that, I wanted to show cactus nectar. Add 5% life support power. The scorching sauce I made 20%, and so on. Everything can be used when you are out and about. So it is really just get cooking. So I will just clean it up. Not sure what I have where, but that doesn't really matter. I was, well, actually, before I stop, I would actually like to show you milk turn into cream. So you go from 1600 and you're gonna milk animals out and about, and you get at least one milk from each. Sometimes you get more depending on the size, and it goes from 1600 to 5400. So alone that kind of making cream out of your milk really adds more money to your inventory, because well, worst case, and you sell it, you just get more out of it. And as I always say, be smart about selling stuff, because you can sell it at a space station or a trading post, and it will say cream minus 1%. This is the price we offer you. Don't sell it to that. Wait until it's a plus something, because then you get more than the average value. What's said here is the average value. It's not the top value you can get, and you will find systems where they will pay you more than the 5400 per unit. So be smart when you actually trade as well. So the cream then turns into butter. Butter is 7200, so you go up 1800 to make it to butter. And yeah, I can hear people sitting shouting at the screen now. Yeah, I'm not sitting for hours to do this. It's your choice. I'm not saying you should do it. I say you could do it. Because you could do it doesn't mean you should do it. Because if you don't feel it will be beneficial for you, then don't do it. I would not do something I felt was not a benefit for me. Do I sit and grind a lot of butter to earn more money? No, I don't, because I have no problem making money otherwise. But for some people, earning money is a struggle, and that is at least one way you can go to do it. I'm giving you the tools. How you use them is up to you. So, and with that, I'm only going to do one thing more. I don't know why it didn't take the last one, because I'm going to process butter and butter, and for some reason that comes out as clarified oil, and now the value is 30,000. So we take one of these 72, one of these 72, 14.4 turn into 30,000. So now you know how to make money by making food stuff. So, as I said, I give you the tools. You choose what you will, what, if, and when you will use them for. So I'm making 500,000 here, so that's there we go. And I was actually just curious to see what actually the bonus thing on the oil was. 25% hazard protection. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. So yeah. So there is other use for it than just monetary, and it is really up to you if you want to, because you're the one playing, and I'm not saying anything about whether you should or not. I'm just showing you. And there are more things I have to show down the line, but I need to be better to pick up some of the things. So an ice cream valued 36,000. That's not bad, is it? I don't think it is, and I think it can be fun sitting doing these things, and if I just could put things the right places, it would be even funnier. And many of these things, if you have any production on your farms around, then you will get plenty of these. All I have gotten is from the farming I have done on my bases, and it is very easy to make the plants and actually get something out of them. So don't be afraid of experimenting a little bit as well, because even though I give you some hints, tips and tricks, there are more than I actually show, because I don't have everything either. I have learned by doing, by experimenting, and it's not like I spent a lot of time doing it either. I was sitting sometimes 10-15 minutes after I've been playing and going through it and kind of, okay, that turns to that, that turns to that, and that's a good way of actually finding your route, maybe. So I'm just going to double check that I'm not running around with a lot of these. No. So that was the cooking of today, and I kind of hope it was a little bit useful.